Hi guys, I'm back up here with another reading for the collective. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that, no we don't got that slot open. That slot is not open right now. Those are temporarily closed. I'll let you know when those open back up. Bear with the kid, okay? So this is a collective reading. I'm going to drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. It's going to start the discussion so we all can get on one accord, as well as it's going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So how this reading is going to go is we got the foundation for this reading here, but we're going to get a message from a term, basically, Spirit got for us here to really break down. I think the way these readings are going to be going, I guess I'm getting a little indication on how Spirit kind of wants these to be kind of broke down. Is I think we're going into this space of dealing with our complexes, our complexes, our defense mechanisms, dealing with the mind, you know, diving deep in the mind, and when it comes to the shit that we do and things of that nature. So we'll see how it goes here. This is what Spirit really got us here for, okay? So we got a term here to start out this reading, and then this the foundation here clarifies that, and we will be clarifying with the playing cards, okay? All right, I'm rambling. Let's go and get it popping, okay? So the term is called cognitive reframing, okay? I repeat, cognitive reframing, okay? Cognitive reframing identifies negative thoughts, examines the cause, and replaces negative self-talk with happier and more constructive thinking or positive self-statements. I repeat, cognitive reframing, okay? Identifies negative thoughts, examines the cause, replaces negative self-talk with happier and more constructive thinking or positive statements, okay? So what is being said here in these moments in time is really looking at how we are speaking to ourselves. How are we building ourselves up when it comes to the way we perform, as well as when we have that one-on-one time, okay? This is that energy. Just what you say alone to yourself will make or break you, or make or break a situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is that energy. It's about us really understanding the thoughts that we are registering, or we are comprehending, or feeding energy to, right? This is that energy. As a collective, we're being asked to really monitor, or learn how to monitor our thoughts, or the way that we speak to ourselves, or the way that we view ourselves, right? This is that energy, that self versus self type of energy in these moments in time. So in this current cycle, or in this current phase that we're going through, we're having to address the insecurities within ourselves that has been really holding us back from who we are supposed to be, and our true potential, and where we're going, right? A lot of doors are being opened for us, but what I mean by these are doors to really look through and take these opportunities to take these learning lessons and these healing processes, and really walk in the wilderness, and really be in this space of developing some armor when it comes to walking through our shadow, and really understanding our shadow, and really doing that shadow work, right? This is that energy when it comes to life. It's about you really staying in tune with your star player, right? This is that energy, really letting go of that baggage here. Where we're going, where God's taking us, and leading us in these moments in time, that baggage can't come with us. You know what I'm saying? So this is that energy in these moments in time. So we're in this position of being asked to really embody this new journey, and this new space, especially this new cycle to learn. You know what I'm saying? Especially learning about yourself. This is that energy. Yeah, shit may be a little stressful right now. Shit may be a little bit tight, a little bit intense right now. But this is that energy where you're able to grow and prosper, and come on the other side stronger, better, wiser. You know what I'm saying? This is that energy. As long as we are walking the path, as long as we are following God, as long as we're staying focused on God, we're unaware of the fuckery around us. We're unaware of the darkness around us when our eyes is focused on God. This is that energy. We're really in this position of being isolated right now, being God really pulling things out of our lives and putting us in a space of isolation so we can deal with ourselves, to deal with our woes, because it's easier to deal with people. It's easier to deal with things. It's easier to distract yourself. But the hard thing is to deal with your own fucking complexes. It's the hard thing to deal with your own internal woes, your own internal demons, the shit that you don't show the world, right? This is that energy. It's easy to blame other people for how you are or how you act or the shit that you do. But it's harder to take full accountability for that. You know what I'm saying? So this is that energy. We're in this position of being asked to really take full accountability. So taking accountability of our thought processes, taking accountability for our actions, taking accountability for the pinnacles that we've manifested in our life so far. So hence, this is where that cognitive reframing comes in. So after we identify the problem and acknowledged the problem and took full accountability for the problem, now it's time to switch that dynamic. Now it's time to switch that ideology. Now it's time to switch that thought process so we can move towards a better direction, a more divine direction, a more ascended direction, a more ascended path on where we're going, right? This is that energy to even go in a new direction, to even get closer to God, to even get to where you're trying to go. You have to tap into this inner being within yourself. You have to tap within yourself. How do you tap within yourself? Doing the work on yourself so you can develop that relationship with yourself. Because when you develop that relationship with yourself, you are developing that relationship with God. Because without God, there's no you. Without you, there's no God. I mean, there is, but there won't be a lack. There'll be a lack of understanding of God. Let's say that more like that. Because the world goes on without you, honey. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is without you, there will be a lack of understanding of God in your life. Without God, you know what I'm saying? So you co-create. You know what I'm saying? You create the best version of yourself. So when you see me, when you see this here, when I get up on this screen here and really put y'all down and drop these jewels from spirit, from source, from the divine, using me as a humble vessel, it's coming from trial and error. It's coming from being tested on myself, doing the work on myself, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. It's really about us really understanding and really understanding ourselves. Because when you understand yourself, you'll understand your situations. You'll understand the reflections in the mirrors that is in front of you. Because what be fucking us up in life is not understanding the reflection. Not understanding that every single person, every single thing, every single situation reflects on what's going on within you. It's a direct reflection of you. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. This is that energy that we're learning right now. So when the more that we work on that cognitive reframing, the more that we start to reframe the mind from negative, self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors, etc., the more that we can move in a more positive direction, the more that we can take control of our lives, the more that we can get back into alignment. Because fucking with God, there's order, there's protection, there's harmony, there's peace, there's balance. But when you're away from God, when God ain't around, there's famine, there's murder, there's fucking fear, deceit, illusions, confusion, chaos, stagnancy, adversity, turbulence. We could go all day, you know? So it's about us really paying attention when we are around God and when we're away from God. How is life when you're away from God versus how life is when you with God, when you connected with God, when you're connected with your source, when you know who you are, when you're in this position of not being confused about where you're going and where God's leading you, and not being confused about how God is working in your fucking life. God don't bless non-believers. I repeat, God don't bless non-believers. Where the fuck do they do that at? Right? This is that energy. Your faith alone can move fucking mountains. Because it's that burning desire to do something. So this is that energy when it comes to where you're going and what you're experiencing. It's about you putting in that work with the 8 of Pentacles. About you putting in that behind the scenes work, that shadow work in these moments in time. Working on who you are and not being conflicted with the 2 of Swords. About where you're going and what you're experiencing in your life. This is about you really having yourself in control. Being aware of who you are, being aware of the God that you serve, right? This is that energy, staying focused on where you're going and staying focused on the walk. Understanding that the moment that your mental is stagnant, that's where you become idle-minded. And when you become idle-minded, the devil can just jump in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? God painting all kinds of fucking illusions. You know what I'm saying? So this is that energy where we have to be so in tune with our star player. Be so on our square. Because this is where we change our life. This is where us being tunnel vision on what we want and where we want to go and where the fuck we see ourselves. It's what's going to dictate if you're going to move forward in your life or you going to continue to regress. Yeah. Really. You're going to continue to either ascend or descend. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But this is that energy. Understanding what we're desiring in our life takes hard work. That's where that practical faith comes in. Having faith in something but taking practical actions towards it. I repeat, having faith in something and but taking practical steps towards it. That's where that Queen of Swords comes in. You being so 10 toes down with yourself. But how do we manifest the life that we want? Let's talk about it. It all starts in the mind. So if you don't have the mental in check, how the fuck do you expect you to take the right actions and generate the right pentacles when your mental's wrong, when your mental's fucked up, when your mental's stagnant, when you're confused? That's where you start fucking up, is when the mental ain't in alignment. So this is that energy where we're practicing how to cope with life and life's problems, right? We're using these mechanisms, right? Is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah, to help us get to where we gotta go, right? Understanding yourself in a whole nother level. Seeing yourself in a direction, seeing yourself in a position where your faith is so fucking strong that your foundation's not shaken. That's the true beauty of this journey in general, is staying in connectivity with God. Because the stronger your relationship, the stronger the bond you have with God, the more and clearly you can hear. God will reveal itself to you if you ask and you seek. But God ain't gonna throw rubies to swine now. That ain't an option. You know, so this is that energy in these moments in time. You're going to have to take initiative to walk in the direction where God's trying to take you. You're going to have to walk you're going to have to take the initiative to walk in God's direction. God will open that space up for you to walk too, but you're going to have to be like, God, I'm ready. God, I'm trying to connect. God, I'm trying to get to where I got to go. God, I'm trying to learn about you. God, I'm trying to walk with you. God, this. God that. Right? This is that energy in these moments in time. And the more that we work on ourselves, the more that we start to see how God works in our life. The more that we dive deep within ourselves and take full accountability. Sorry, I had a long class today. Take accountability for our lives. We start to see things change in our lives, okay? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as that slot for personal readings is temporarily closed right now, okay? So I want you guys to bear with the kid, you know, bear with the kid, and drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys as well. Let's go on and start the discussion, as well as let's go on and share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord. Last but not least, stay tuned for those twin flame readings. Those are coming up right after this. Depending on where those are getting posted at, the information will be below in the description area, okay? I want you guys to have a good day, and bye-bye.